I've got bullish news for you. The three crypto bills have passed in the House. The stablecoin, market structure, and anti-CBDC bills have passed, and the stablecoin bill goes to Trump for signatures tomorrow. This is massive, and XRP has entered price discovery, blasting through the old all-time highs. Let's get into it. Hey folks, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button, as well as the thumbs up button, and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, if you look at the total market cap right now, it is in new all-time highs at $3.92 trillion. Bitcoin over $120,000. Ethereum near $3,600. XRP new all-time highs at $3.62. Folks, it is up near 43% over the past 7 days. XRP is ripping, hitting new all-time highs. This is what I've been telling you. The thesis is playing out beautifully here. All of this is following global liquidity, and we're seeing the rotation of liquidity through the assets, right? Bitcoin pumped to 123K, hit its overbought zone, then the rotational liquidity started hitting Ethereum, XRP. It will make its way to the mid caps and then the small caps, folks. It's beautiful. I mean, look at the sea of green in the market here. Even Solana's joining the game. Solana is over 180 bucks. You got Dogecoin over 23 cents, Cardano over 85 cents. Things are looking really good. And remember, this thing runs in phases. So you will have pullbacks. You will have volatility. You have to expect that. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. Man, but when I look at the total market cap here on the chart, it is an amazing thing to see. And this is the bull market. Remember all the people in the comment section calling me a clown and an idiot saying we were in a bear market, the market topped. I'm going to take the high road. I'm not going to rip them to shreds, but I'm going to say this. I hope you learn what is happening in the market and how to read the markets. If you look at XRP's chart, my God, that's a bullish chart, folks. New all-time highs. I refreshed my portfolio today, and to say the least, I'm very happy. My XRP holdings, my Ethereum holdings are up. Obviously, Bitcoin is up as well, and I have other coins in my portfolio. But what an amazing time to be in this market. If you look at the Ethereum chart, also very, very bullish. And, you know, some of the factors I've been sharing with you guys nonstop on the live stream, in my newsletter, on the podcast, is Bitcoin dominance. And you can see that is in a free fall. So, of course, these are the metrics we're looking at. So the important thing, though, we need to keep in mind, like I said, there's volatility. Bitcoin dominance is hitting the oversold zone, and these altcoins like XRP are in the overbought zone. So you can see things are becoming overheated, and there's going to be a reversal. So anticipate the reversal. But as many of you know, things are going to continue to heat up. We're going to hit new highs. It's going to get euphoric and greedy. The herd is going to come in. It will almost seem like there will never be a top. That's the feelings and the emotions that come in. But we do not invest with our feelings or emotions. As happy as we are to see the price is up, this is the time we want to start to get fearful. Why? We're doing the contrarian move against the herd who are going to come in, the dumb money crowd. And if you are planning to take profits, this is the time to pay attention. Don't walk away from the market. Have your profit-taking plan. I will be taking profits, of course, and I will let you guys know, hey, I'm completely out of the market, or I took profits at this respective price point. So stick with me, folks, and make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell on. The other factor, Tether dominance, the stablecoin liquidity, it is in a free fall as well, currently at 4.14%. And when that thing breaks below 4%, guys, it's going to go lower, obviously, but it's going to trigger massive liquidity coming into Bitcoin and altcoins. So incredible stuff here. Now, I know some of you hold other altcoins further down the list, like maybe altcoin number 100 or 200, right? Well, let's look at the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins. And look at that. We are on the rise. We have not hit new all-time highs yet, but again, this thing runs in phases. So you can see here, we're on our way up. We are at near 800 billion, and we haven't passed what we hit, the high that we hit in Q4 of 2024, which was near, or I should say, 948 billion. So we got some ways to go, but you can see we're climbing the ladder. We're stair-stepping our way out of these corrective zones, and We're going to make new highs. And this market is going to go parabolic. It's going to get exciting. And I want to remind you, all of this is following global liquidity, right? You see the stock market hitting new all-time highs, real estate. You also have precious metals, gold and silver have been on the rise. You got the collectibles market, obviously crypto. So liquidity sloshing around in different markets, but that does not last forever. So this is why it's critical to understand where we're at in the cycle and where we're headed and what is going to follow. Every bull market is followed by a bear market. Just look at the stock market. It's been around longer than crypto. It still experiences bear market because this thing is all following liquidity. Now, as I've been sharing with you guys, the global liquidity tracker right now is topping out in November. It doesn't mean that we can't rebound, but as of right now, as of today, the data we have showing that topping out there. So this rally could continue till Q4 and then top out. Or maybe there's a pullback and then it continues higher into Q1 2026. I don't know. All right. So I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm going to use the data I have today to validate my thesis versus my gut feeling or feelings and emotions. We don't want to invest like that. Right, folks? So the thesis is playing out beautifully here. I hope you understand. I hope you stuck with me because things are about to get euphoric, exciting. Some of you are going to make life-changing money. As I've been saying, make sure you have a plan for that money so you don't get hit with sudden wealth syndrome. You cater for taxes to pay off your debt, bolster up your retirement, spend some, of course, obviously. So just know what you're doing, right? Because you want to be smart with your money, guys. And I speak from experience. I speak from stories I've heard of other people that I know who have gone through these things, and they wish they had a plan and they did things better. So please understand all of the implications of making these great returns, because nothing moves like crypto, man. It's like Paul Tudor Jones said, Bitcoin and crypto are the fastest horses in the race amongst assets. So it's bullish times, anticipate pullbacks, corrections, volatility, but we're going to keep going higher following global liquidity. Now, folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Propy. Propy is a leader in the space of putting real estate on chain. You can buy and sell real estate on Propy using crypto, which is amazing. And their platform is, of course, powered by a blockchain. They have a token called the Pro token. I've been invested in that token since 2018 because when I started investing in crypto and going into different tokens, I noticed that Propy was the only one in the real estate swim lane, so to speak. And they've been tokenizing deeds, creating NFTs for properties. They facilitated over $4 billion in transactions, and they've been doing this since 2017. And they use Coinbase for their crypto escrow service. And when you're buying and selling, so we all know real estate's going to be tokenized along with other assets, and Propy is leading that charge, folks. So like I said, I've been an investor for many years, even before they became a sponsor, in full transparency, and I continue to hold the token. I'm bullish on the token. And if you'd like to learn more about Propy, visit the link in the description. Now, folks, I'm sure many of you heard, and that is the 3 crypto bills have passed in the House. This is why I was telling you guys over the past couple of days, don't worry, they're going to get it done, right? It's just the normal politics. It moves like molasses. They always throw some monkey wrench in the system, but they get it done. And the Genius Act, the stablecoin bill, as I've been highlighting, has geopolitical implications with the US dollar and US treasuries. So Tom Emmer, he tweeted out today, passed. The Genius Act will create a clear regulatory stablecoin framework for asset innovators to thrive in the US, bring our payment system into the 21st century, and preserve the dollar's dominance as the world reserve currency. So highlighting the Genius Act, which is a stablecoin bill being passed. The Clarity Act was also passed, and the Anti-CBDC Act was passed. Now, the stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, goes to President Trump, and he will sign that, they said, by tomorrow, apparently. So once that's signed, expect major stablecoin innovation. We're going to see the big banks launch their stablecoins. We've already heard from the banks. Bank of America's CEO said they're going to launch their own stablecoin. Apparently, there's a joint conglomerate among these banks, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and much more, that want to launch a joint stablecoin. So you are going to see stable coins pop up everywhere, and that's very good for the crypto asset class as well as the US dollar. Now, the Clarity Act, the market structure bill, and the anti-CBDC bill, they're going to go to the Senate. And as David Sachs, the White House crypto czar, said about a few weeks ago, that's going to be voted on in September. So after the August recess. And this is where that coincides potentially with the top of the market. Now, that's the bigger bill because it will rule on many things. What's a security, what's not, the SEC's role, the CFTC's role. You got DeFi, you got staking, you have so many things, right? Now, it doesn't cover every aspect of crypto, but it covers the meat and potatoes, the main stuff. So that is even more bullish than the stablecoin bill from a crypto market perspective, right? So just an amazing, amazing win here. Let me give you some of the details. Eleanor Terry recapped this saying the Clarity Act passed on a vote 294 to 134 with 78 Democrats voting in favor. That is more than double the 35 that was expected and more than the 71 who voted to pass the FIT21 bill last year. Now, if you caught my recent interview with Congressman French Hill, the FIT21 is the Clarity Act. They just changed the name and made some updates to it. The Genius Act passed in a vote of 308 to 122 with 102 Democrats voting in favor. That's a lot of Democrats. But the Democrats know that this is important to the United States sustainability of the world reserve currency and dollar dominance. So that's why that number is high. The anti-CBDC Act passed in a vote of 219 to 210 with 2 Democrats voting in favor. Now, a lot of Democrats following Elizabeth Warren, they love that CBDC setup. But I've been telling you guys, watch that joint stablecoin if it comes from the banks, because that is a CBDC with a different face and name on it. All those banks are plugged into the Fed and Treasury. So while it's not the Fed giving you a wallet and CBDC, they're putting it through their buddies, the JP Morgan and so forth, right? We know how the system works, so we got to watch out for that. That is the CBDC that we got to watch out for. So we got to be vigilant there. But folks, what a massive win. So bullish. And you know this is going to unlock tons of capital coming into the market, tons of innovation, lots of job creation, and much more. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse weighed in on this, saying the last major financial regulation bill was passed 15 years ago in response to the 2008 financial crisis. Tomorrow, the signing of the Genius Act cements the U.S.'s future in being a leader in truly innovative financial technology, stablecoins. This moment is a historic one, and I, for one, am looking forward to all that is to come as a result of this transformational legislation. Now, Ripple is going to benefit significantly because they have a stablecoin called RLUSD. So it's just exciting. I'm sure everybody in the crypto market is excited about this. And look at this, Robinhood and Coinbase's stock hit new highs today, and another confirmation of the bull market, right? So crypto companies, especially those that are public, are going to benefit significantly because the narrative's going to be out there, legislation's here, so people are going to bet on these companies and their stocks because they know mass adoption is going to come. So if you hold Coinbase stock or Robinhood stock, congrats. And, Bitcoin mining stocks are going to go up much more. Circle, obviously, they went public. You expect to see more crypto companies go public, folks, because the clarity's there, the narrative's there, and we're in a bull market. So it makes sense to do that. Now, look at this. BlackRock, they are all in on crypto. They are seeking staking option for iShares Ethereum Trust in new filing. So this comes as no surprise. I've been telling you guys, when the SEC approves staking in the Ethereum ETFs, the inflows are going to explode because you have the yield. And BlackRock, they don't want to miss out. And I'm waiting for them to file for their XRP and Solana ETFs. They were kind of late to the game with Bitcoin and ETH. They came after them, the other players filed, but they're kind of the pillar that the SEC also gives favoritism to. Like if BlackRock's participating, then that means we have to approve it. Unfortunately, that's how it is. If you know what BlackRock is and what they've done with the government and much more. So the NASDAQ submitted an amended 19B-4 filing to allow staking for Ether held in the iShares Ethereum Trust ETF. So if BlackRock's doing this, approval is probably right around the corner, right? Read between the lines here, folks. We've seen this story before. So bullish times are ahead. And look, speaking of the NASDAQ, many of you may have seen my video and pictures that I posted. I was at the NASDAQ today, at the NASDAQ exchange, and celebrating Hive Digital Technologies. They're a Bitcoin miner. I had the chairman, Frank Holmes, on the podcast a couple months back. Obviously, they're publicly listed and they're celebrating 4 years of being publicly listed. And it was a great experience to be at the NASDAQ. I visited the New York Stock Exchange, but to be at the NASDAQ and to be there to ringing the closing bell was awesome. And it's just, I think, analogous to what is happening in this market, and that crypto is going fully mainstream, taking over Wall Street, taking over TradFi, and crypto companies going public, getting publicly listed. Just so much happening. Tokenization, ETFs, you name it, right, folks? So, as I said, though, have a plan, know what you're doing. If you are taking profits, just be prepared, guys, because I've been here for multiple bull market cycles. It doesn't last forever. There's going to be people saying, this time is different. I've seen that every cycle. This time is different. This time is different. Again, look at the stock market. It's regulated. It's been around longer, but it still experiences bear markets. Look at the real estate market. Same thing. Look at precious metals, right? So you have to make sure that you understand what's happening here. Don't get overwhelmed by your feelings of happiness, euphoria, greed. Those things are normal, but don't let them take over you, where you lose your thinking and don't follow the data, which I've been sharing with you guys, because we want to make sure we get this thing right and we don't screw it up. Folks, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. And folks, if you appreciate all the content, all the stuff I've been doing, I ask that you please subscribe to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. It's on Substack. Support me in that way. It will really help. I put out a newsletter every week. I'll be putting out one tomorrow. Also, grab a copy of my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And also check out my course at mycryptocourse.com. If you want to expand your knowledge about crypto, this is the course for you. It's a comprehensive course packed with a ton of value. Check it out, folks. All the links will be in the description. Thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.